Taking my time to play the beat, and I still got love for the streets. So represent for the gangsters all across the world. Hitting the corners in the love taking my time to play the beat, and I still got love for the streets. So represent for the gangsters all across the world. Hitting the corners in the love taking my time to perfect the beat, and I still got love for the streets. So represent for the gangsters all across the world. Hitting the corners in the love taking my time to perfect the beat, and I still got love for the streets. And I still got love for the streets.
Okay, I'll start that over. Welcome to and good evening, and welcome to the nightly recap. I'm David Gokhshtein. This show is powered by GNN, Gokhshtein News Network, your trusted source for politics, crypto, and everything in between that makes you question reality. Why can't we be friends? 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 I don't know why I had to do that just now. Let me give myself a round of applause for that. The first time around was good. Shout out to the Shout out to the intern or interns. Thanks. Appreciate that. Uh Gotta love the timeline is just full of war, man. It's not the war is not only happening in the Middle East, the shit's happening on fucking social media. Got a bunch of people just going at each other's necks. Whatever. Anyway, let's get right to it, shall we? The EU US talks progressing. The European Union says trade negotiations with the US are making progress. Excuse me. I will tell you exactly where I buy all these expensive ass clothes after the show. And during the program, I might start modeling. I'm just saying. I might start modeling. Okay. But yeah, look, the EU, the US talks are progressing. Obviously, nobody is talking about the goddamn tariffs, okay, and how successful King Trump has been with the tariffs. Nobody's talking about how successful Trump and his administration has been with the tariffs at all. It's crazy that there is no acknowledgement of the tariffs. King Trump is in the house. Man, he's making everybody bow, bend the knee, and kiss the ring. Thailand's crypto tax move. Thailand has announced a 5-year exemption on capital gains tax for cryptocurrency investments. If some of these virgins actually left their house, they'd be moving to Thailand, especially with the way that goods and the cost of goods is cheap as fuck out there. They'd be getting like $4 massages for an hour and a half. If only if they left their house. Coinbase eyes stock tokens. Coinbase has applied for the SEC approval to launch tokenized versions of its traditional stocks on the blockchain. Now, I would do the clapping emoji, but I'm being biased because I am Gemini and Gemini is me. And at the end of the day, that's all I give a fuck about. So, here you go. Congratulations. I'd rather use Robinhood. Trump on Iran and its airspace. Trump declares we now have complete and total control of the skies over Iran. King Trump has done it again. King Trump is telling all of us in the good old United States of America that the Americans and others control the airspace in Iran. Good. You'll never see a nuclear weapon, Iran. Never. Germany plans new U.S. deal. Germany plans to finalize a new trade deal with the U.S. by the end of the summer. Let's go again. Tariff after tariff being signed while King Trump is in office. You know, all these countries bending the knee, coming and signing these tariffs. Because they're gonna be paying out that ass. Anyway, I was just trying to sing a little bit here. EU trade talks steady. The European Union says trade negotiations with the US are making steady progress. And I just repeated myself again. Congratulations to the interns for putting the same type of news on the teleprompter. King Trump, that's right, King Trump. U.S. boosts Middle East air power, the U.S. military is deploying additional fighter jets to the Middle East and extending current war plan deployments. That's right. We're coming back to the Middle East and we're laying the smack it down on everybody's candy ass, as The Rock would say. Trump is, excuse me, and I'm sorry, Trump. I meant to say King Trump is not playing out in these streets. King Trump is not playing out in these streets. Okay? He's coming to go ahead and lay down the law. Call him daddy. Okay? Leslie, it's Daddy Trump to you. Iran launches more missiles. Iran has launched another wave of ballistic missiles towards Israel. Now, haven't you learned, Iran? Haven't you learned you're not going to win this war? Don't get Daddy Trump, aka King Trump, upset. Don't make him smack the shit out of you. Play nice, bend the knee, and kiss the ring. King Trump. Trump issues Iran warning. President Trump warned that the U.S. knows where Iran's supreme leader is, calling him an easy target by saying there is no plans to strike for now. That's right. We know where you are. We know where you're hiding. You best to do what's right, and you bend that knee and you acknowledge your king, the king of kings, and that is Donald J. Trump. Donald J. Trump, the president, the 45th and the 47th president of the United States of America. Leslie texted me earlier this morning and she said, you know, David, I think you are right, because during my morning show, which is the Crypto Talk radio show, which airs at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Leslie came on there, okay, and rudely interrupted me as I was landing my goddamn plane. I'm giving one of the most epic speeches of all time in crypto history. Here comes Leslie. She trots her way and she gets on the microphone and says absolutely nothing. But you know what happens? Today, after the show, Leslie texts me and she says, I'm sorry and I apologize. I apologize because I stepped out of line and I talked about King Trump in ways that he should not be talked about. He is the chosen one. He is the chosen one. And all these Democrats and liberals that have been poisoning Leslie's mind, okay? All these liberals and Democrats with purple hair that have poisoned Leslie's mind, they are purposely trying to push Trump into a war. They are purposely trying to push Trump into a war because they want something to talk about, because otherwise all they be talking about is Trump winning all the time, winning all the time, winning all the time. We're talking about tariff after tariff after tariff. And it's just so sad that Leslie does not know what a liberal is. All you have to do, Leslie, is look into the mirror and you'll see a liberal staring you in the face. Now, let me move forward because this is more important. Trump demands Iran to surrender. U.S. President Trump is by the way, intern, it's not just U.S. President. It should be AKA King Trump is demanding Iran's unconditional surrender. That's right. That is right. King Trump demands that Iran surrenders. Surrender now, or watch us unleash the power that we have in this military. There is no second best. There is no second best. By the way, all you Americans that are rooting against America, you should leave your passports at the door and get the fuck out of here. Okay? Go back to your countries. Okay? Go back to your countries and see how well you do over there. Moving forward, Fed rate hold, odds spike. Polymarket puts the odds at an 89, excuse me, I'm fucking dyslexic today. 98% that the Federal Reserve will leave interest rates unchanged tomorrow. We need to get rid of the Fed. How dare the Fed not do what King Trump wants? King Trump, King Trump, aka President Trump, has every right to throw their asses into jail. Okay? And that's what he should do to Jerome Powell. Okay? Throw his ass into maximum immediately with his friends. Okay? Him and his Democratic friends that are doing this on purpose. On purpose. King Trump, lay the law down. Lay the law down, King Trump. U.S. edges closer to action. German chancellor says that the U.S. is set to decide today, which is today, whether to join the Israeli-Iran war, as U.S. officials report that President Trump is seriously considering a strike on Iran. Iran, I'm telling you, you don't want to play with us. You don't want to play with us. Okay? You don't want to play with the mighty, mighty United States of America, the USSSA. Prime Minister of Israel expects U.S. involvement. Israeli officials say that the Prime Minister believes that the U.S. is likely to join the war against Iran within days. Now, we have been forced to save Israel right now because the Prime Minister went ahead and launched a goddamn attack on Iran, which forces our hand because we got to take care of our little brother over there. So that's what we're going to do, I guess. That's what we're going to have to go ahead and do. Iran, you better lay down your weapons. Iran, lay down your weapons. Lay down your weapons. Massey moves to block war. Representative Massey introduced a resolution to block U.S. involvement in the Israeli-Iran war, arguing that it's not America's fight, that only Congress can authorize it. Shut your mouth. Who elected this man? Who elected this man to go ahead and tell us what we can and cannot do? King Trump does whatever he wants to do. Okay? You're not going to put no bills through. King Trump tells you when to stand and when to pee. I love this dictatorship. I love this dictatorship. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love this dictatorship. By the way, let's go ahead and acknowledge Hoppy, the sponsor of the nightly recap, powered by GNN. Let's go.
Take all my time to perfect the beat, and I still got love for the streets. Don't represent for the gangsters all across the world. Hitting corners in the love. Take all my time to perfect the beat, and I still got love for the streets. Don't represent for the gangsters all across the world. Hitting corners in the love. Taking my time to perfect the beat, and I still got love for the streets. Don't represent for the gangsters all across the world. Hitting corners in the love. Taking my time to perfect the beat, and I still got love for the streets. And I still got love for the streets.
Welcome back. Welcome back to the nightly recap, sponsored by Hoppy and powered by GNN, the Gokhshtein News Network. Tune in to all our media personalities as they go ahead and break down news all damn day. We're like 10-10 wins. All right, we break news. We give you news and we break it down for you in layman's terms and put a little humor into it. See, I even got fucking the interns giving me fucking all the news, and the words look like they were purposely put backwards, misaligned all over the fucking place. I gotta go off the cuff on this bitch. Anyway, anyway, moving forward, Iran prepares for U.S. clash. Iran begins preparing missiles to target U.S. bases if America enters the war. You little sons of bitches, man. You little sons of bitches. Don't you understand? Have you not watched Game of Thrones? Okay. Right now, King Trump is sitting on that throne. Okay. Sitting on that throne is Donald J. Trump. Okay. I'm telling you, man, you better watch out. Trump's gonna deliver. Yo, he might fuck around and deliver a motherfucking nuke. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Might. JP Morgan SEC talk crypto shift. JP Morgan meets with the SEC crypto task force to discuss the impact of capital markets transitioning to public blockchains. I don't care about JP Morgan. JP Morgan can have these nuts put across their foreheads, especially Jamie Dimon, who continues to hate on Bitcoin, but he's probably acquiring it through other means. And, we know you got some. We know you stashing Bitcoin away. We definitely know you got Ethereum. Well, you definitely got Bitcoin. You little you little you little bitch. That's right, I said it. I'm on one today. Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? There's no plug for Mountain Spring Valley water. Excuse me. Now back to it. Trump plans major address. President Trump is expected to deliver a major address soon. Could come tonight, could come tomorrow. Stay tuned. The president, aka, excuse me, I'm sorry, President Trump. I meant to say King Trump, might speak later on tonight or tomorrow, addressing this situation and laying down the law and the rules of engagement. Senate passes Genius Act. Senate passes Genius Act. The Senate has officially passed the Genius Act crypto stable coin bill. Let's go. The US will now dominate crypto, and it will become the crypto capital of the world with this move. This is a genius move to preserve the goddamn dollar. The dollar will be stronger than ever before. What a genius move. They knew better than to go against King Trump. Netanyahu took Iran law. President Trump held a phone call with Israeli Prime Minister to discuss the war with Iran. Great. Like this has been, honestly, this has been the news. This has all been the news the entire time. But they've gone on a phone call. I'm pretty sure the Prime Minister is giving Trump a reach around. He's trying everything, probably giving him gifts. Okay. Probably offering some of his nieces who are in their 30s and 40s a move to marry two of his sons or have them as side pieces. So there you go. I think that's what's going on in these phone call conversations. Sachs praises Genius Act. Crypto czar David Sachs says the Genius Act stablecoin bill strengthens consumer protection and reinforces the U.S. dollar dominance. Guardian, I already said it. If you don't like the United States of America, if you choose to flip cars for a living and not actually go and get a job and make a living so you can bring home a paycheck to pay your bills, if you choose to riot out in these streets and vandalize shit, if you choose to not side with the United States of America, the home team. Okay, you were born on this land. If you choose not to side with the United States of America, well, you go back to your country. You go ahead and leave that pretty passport that gets you anywhere in the world, that gets you first class services anywhere in the world. You leave that passport right at the door and you kick your ass right out this country. You open that door and you slam it shut. Disrespectful. Bunch of disrespectful. Honestly, a bunch of, I can't even call you Americans, you Benedict Arnolds, you traitors. You trade the king you trade. We don't want anybody who wants to burn a flag here. We don't want any liberals with blue and green and yellow hair with piercings all over their face to cry out here. Talk about they don't have freedom of speech, but they're speaking out here. Why don't you leave this country? Allow others to come into this country that deserve and want to love and be a part of what we have here. King Trump built some shit around here, building a beautiful economy with his crew. U.S. to close Israel embassy. The United States will close its embassy in Israel through Friday. So you have Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, which shit can go down. Israel and Iran. It's better that you sit at the table, but if you don't, Iran, hell will be unleashed, and your people will finally be free. Ladies and gentlemen, in 25 minutes, I was able to recap the news without stressing out and aging. That's right. If you look at me right now, I literally do not look my age. I probably look like I'm in my early 30s. I shaved the beard. I'm in my 20s. Okay? This is what happens when Leslie doesn't start hitting me with conspiracy theories. Okay? Doesn't start talking about how many bankruptcies Trump has had or how many bankruptcies Trump has utilized to make himself more money, just like every single other company has done throughout their careers. That's right. Okay? She needs to start acknowledging King Trump and the man that he is, the hero we don't deserve, but we don't deserve Trump. Honestly, we don't deserve him. But here we are. We have a legendary figure. Will go down in the history books as one of the greatest kings, actually the first king of the United States of America, but one of the greatest presidents of all time. At this point, Leslie goes ahead and cries more than Candace Owens. That's how I see it. That's all I'm trying to say. Shout out to Hotep Jesus. He understands where I'm coming from. Hotep Jesus is a minute away from sending Leslie back to her native grounds. That's right, because he's getting tired of Iraq. He is getting tired of Iraq coming on and just talking some wild shit, disrespecting our president. Excuse me, our king Trump. King Trump. Anyway, another shout out to Hoppy for sponsoring the show. If you want to sponsor this show, you can go ahead and, if you want to sponsor this show and other shows, you can go ahead and DM me, and we can see what we can do for you. We can see if you are at that level, at that elite level, to go ahead and have your company name on any of our shows, branded on any of our shows. You can send me a DM. Tune in tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Okay, 100% no. There is no way, absolutely zero way, that I'm going to lose my time. Right now, I'm on 28 minutes. and Leslie Moda is attempting to hijack the broadcast. I cannot let that happen. I cannot let that happen. Ladies and gentlemen, this broadcast was brought to you by Hoppy. That's right. Hoppy sponsored the broadcast. GNN powered it. See you at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. By the way, even letting Leslie up here, she wouldn't have anything good to say. And then this show would go ahead and conflict with my workout schedule, which that's what I will be doing right after this. I will be going and working out. But Leslie would have me on here until 11 o'clock screaming, okay, and having my veins pop out, okay? That's what she would be doing. She'd have me going ballistic, saying some all types of crazy shit on here. Anyway, tune in tomorrow for the nightly recap as Leslie Moda will be live at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, acknowledging King Trump. That's right. She will no longer call him president. She will call him King Trump. She will talk about her OnlyFans. That's right. She will be talking about her OnlyFans, and she will talk about her relations with Mar and Hotep Jesus. My name is David Gokhshtein, and this has been a GNN fucking program, and I am trying to find the goddamn graphic to get me the fuck out of here. Have a good night, man. Everybody have a good night.